Hi, Cine Vibes recap here. Today I'm going to explain a sci-fi disaster movie called Geostorm. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. 2019 is depicted in the film as the worst situation in the world. Many natural disasters have occurred as a result of climate change. Some countries have high temperatures. 2 to 3 million people died due to the heat. In other countries, many people are being swept away as a result of tsunamis. Other places are dry and uninhabited. People are dying without water. In addition, many areas are flooded. Other countries are also in a similar situation. 27 countries step forward to find a solution. They form a group and send their smartest scientists. The leader of the scientists, Jake, was a very smart guy. They together build a satellite, which will try to control disasters and the deteriorating condition of the Earth. The name Dutch Boy was given to the male climate control satellite. It was a huge satellite that was present around the Earth. It controls the bad condition of the Earth. Dutch Boy was a male satellite. Each country needs a satellite to control its climate. Each country was given this satellite by a Dutch boy. From there, the satellite will be able to control the climate of its country. These satellites create a net on the planet. Jake, the leader of the scientists, created a Dutch boy and controlled him. Because Jake was from America, the American government wants to subjugate him. Jack does not agree with this. He refuses to give his consent. Charges are filed against him by the US government. As a result, he loses his job. The US government controls Dutch Boy. Jake's brother Max assists the US government in this matter. He was managing Dutch Boy himself. This means that Jake's brother betrayed him. As a result, Jake feels bad. As a result, he comes out angry. His family was also distant. His daughter could only see him on weekends. 3 years passed after this. During these years, the Earth's environment was safe and stable. A village in Afghanistan is shown. It was in a deserted place. Suddenly, the temperature of the village drops so low that the village freezes. People become motionless. The snow freezes there and the villagers die as a result. After knowing this, a meeting was held between the US president and some prominent personalities. They suspect that the village has frozen as a result of the problem in the Dutch Boy. They have to hide it somehow. But Max says that instead of hiding it, we should repair the Dutch Boy. For this mission, we need Jake's help. He had left the Dutch Boy alone. Jake refuses when Max asks him. Max plays a trick here. They claim that you gave birth to a Dutch boy and now it is having problems. You have to repair it somehow. Jake thought that he made that strong thing so powerful that nothing would affect him. Still, he agrees to check the Dutch Boy. Then an international space station is shown. The Dutch Boy and other satellites are controlled here. The old Afghanistan satellite was replaced with a new satellite. Jake will reach there in a week. A scientist is collecting all the data from the old Afghanistan satellite. He secretly keeps it in his locker. As he moves forward, all the windows in the area open. The scientist is dragged into deep space. This means that someone has willingly killed him. After this, a scene of Hong Kong is shown. A man is shown in the headquarters of climate control. He was the head of Hong Kong's satellite. He goes to the shop to get food items. Meanwhile, eggs fall from his fist. After dropping the eggs, he saw that they were frying. Meanwhile, an earthquake occurred. The earth was spewing fire and burst. Just like lava, the head of Hong Kong tries to escape in his car. As he was running, the earth behind him was sinking. He goes out of the city from there. He stops on a bridge. When he looked back, all the buildings were falling. On looking around, he found out that the whole city was immersed in this disaster. There was devastation all around. There was no chance of survival. The head of Hong Kong wants to access the Dutch Boy from China, but his access was denied. Because of this, he could not log in. He immediately informs Max about this. When Max tries to log in, he still does not get access to it. Obviously, someone had hacked their system. After this, everyone's access was restricted. The head of Hong Kong tells Max, if the climate continues to change like this and natural disasters keep occurring, in the end, a geostorm will occur. Geostorm is the day when the world will be destroyed. Meanwhile, some people come to the head's office. Seeing this, the head of Hong Kong hides somewhere. The people who come there take all the information from his laptop. When the head sees this, he comes to know that someone is hacking the Dutch boy by accessing him. Max enlists the help of a hacker working there to investigate who illegally accessed Dutch boy and hacked it. An agent friend of Max was also present there. On the other hand, Jake was ready for his mission. He leaves his daughter with her mother and sets out on his mission. He efficiently reaches the International Space Station, i.e. Earth's orbit. Jake was given 3 tasks here. The first step was to investigate the scientist who died on the space station. The second step was to investigate the accident that happened in Afghanistan. The third task was to investigate the accident that happened in Hong Kong. He holds a meeting with some people to make it all clear. He scans each country's satellite individually. If there is any fault in them, they can be replaced. There were more than 1,000 satellites in total. Moving forward, he finds out that the mission was led by his brother Max. Every day he searches for information. Jake feels bad. This caused problems between them. After this, Jake starts his investigation. This means that this is their first investigation about the scientist who is dead. He learns that this accident was caused by someone on purpose. The scientist was holding a hard disk in his hand before he went into deep space. It is still stuck somewhere in that space station. Jake and the station leader go to get the hard disk, risking their lives. They learn about the accidents in Hong Kong and Afghanistan. It was not caused by a satellite malfunctioning. However, someone has requested that a satellite do this. They did not know who is doing this, who is behind this. The Hong Kong head will go to New York from there. He asks Max to meet him so that he can get all the information. He calls him to a place to meet. Max goes there with his agent friend. Max and his friends see the Hong Kong head. He was standing on the other side of the road. As he was about to cross the road, a man pushed him from behind. Hong Kong's head collides with a car and brakes. Before dying, he tells Max about a special project. Jake and the station commander were watching the hard disk program. They come to know that someone has put a virus in this system. He is ordering satellites of different countries. This is changing their climate. Due to this, the Earth is again moving towards destruction. Jake sends a message to Max for an important meeting to inform him about the events. Jake tells Max everything. Someone has put a virus in the system. Dutch boy is ordering other satellites because of this. Weather is changing in other countries like Afghanistan. Someone wants to destroy all the countries using Dutch boy as a weapon. This includes a person who came from the space station. He is the one who puts the virus program in Dutch boy. Some higher authority is giving him orders. He is none other than one of Max's seniors. He could be Max's boss or the president. Max, hearing this, says, "Why would the president do this?" Jake says that Dutch boy is being used as a weapon. They are targeting successful countries. These countries will improve in the future. They will succeed. Their economy will improve. Knowing all this, Max collects all the data with the help of the hacker. The head of Hong Kong confirms this. He gets some files. This information is the same as what Jake got from the project. How to destroy successful, developed, and economically weak countries. A top official could operate it at a high level as it was top secret. Max suspects the president. The president was going for a public meeting. Max also goes with him. On the other hand, there is news of a massive hailstorm in Tokyo. Snow is falling like big stones. Many people are killed due to this. There is a lot of destruction in the city. On the other hand, the temperature in Brazil was gradually falling. The sea became as cold as ice. People who had come there to enjoy also froze. All this was possible due to the Dutch boy satellite. That is why it was infected with a virus. It was giving orders and instructions to other satellites. The virus has completely gripped the Dutch boy. All other satellites also get infected. Geostorm alerts are generated in response to problems in all satellites. The world will be destroyed in the next half an hour. If we want to get away from this, we have to relaunch the Dutch boy satellite. This entire program will be reset. The system will repair itself and remove the virus. Biometric access is needed to restart the system. Jake tells all this to Max. Max gets angry on hearing this. How can the president do such a trick? He plans a strategy to gain access to the president's biometric data. Seeing Max worried, his boss asks him what happened. Why are you looking worried? Max tells everything to his boss. Maybe the president has been included in this to destroy the developed countries. Hearing this, his boss asks, how did you know about this special project? Max gets shocked on hearing this. He was not talking about the project. Max knows that his boss is also a part of it. His boss tries to kill him. Max escapes and tells everything to his agent friend. Because she was an agent, the president's safety was her responsibility. She voluntarily opens fire in a public place. This leads to the president being removed from office. She takes them along with her while killing the president's guards. Max was also in the car. Max tells the president the reality. Meanwhile, some of Max's boss's men start chasing their car. They shoot at them. Suddenly, the weather starts changing. There were many earthquakes as well. Jake has set up the Dutch boy in such a way that if a geostorm warning is issued, this satellite will self-destruct and may not fall to Earth. The station was also going to be destroyed due to self-destruction. The scientist has only a few minutes to escape from there. Jake, while sitting in the shuttle, orders them to leave from there. Jake comes to know about the man who put the virus in the body of a Dutch boy. Actually, he was a member of his team who was the station commander. He charged a lot of money to do this. Jake and he fight. The station commander accidentally presses a button. The windows of this part of the space station open. This causes the boy to go into deep space. Jake was also about to pass out, but his partner saves him. The Dutch boy goes out of control. This causes destruction all over the world. This devastation also included a tsunami, along with a massive storm in Mumbai. Meanwhile, Mexico is experiencing extreme heat. All the scientists were about to board a shuttle and travel to Earth. Jake was not ready to move ahead, so the station commander came to his aid. On the other hand, in the midst of a fight between Max and his boss, Max's boss got caught because of the president. He tells everything here. Why did he do this? He tells them that I wanted to become the president. The president will be responsible for this accident. As a result, the president will resign, and in return, I will take over as the president. He was then arrested. The president restarted by giving his biometrics to the Dutch boy. After restarting, the system destroys the virus. This makes the whole situation better. Natural disasters stop automatically. Their space station was about to be destroyed. Jake and the station commander were still in it. They are hiding in an old satellite. After this, the entire station is destroyed. They keep roaming in deep space, not knowing where they will land, whether they will be able to reach Earth or not. Their scientists return and attach their satellite to their spacecraft. It escapes them. They land safely on Earth. After this, another space station is built. Jake is appointed its commander. He also gets his job back. The film ends here.